Yeah.
Cattle drive.
All right. Yeah, well, there are plenty of big cameras, but
Okay.
this little one has 16 megapixels, runs HD video.
What's all that mean?
Okay, what that means is, if you saw this on a movie screen, you couldn't tell the difference between.
What's a movie screen?
Okay, okay, right. So
I'm in 1870.
1870. Oh, okay. We got to sort of backtrack a little bit.
Yeah, you got it. I don't know.
Yeah, right. You know, there's cameras. You take the picture and you see the person later. You know, I think they have one.
Yeah, big box.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Okay.
yes, sir.
Well, they've gotten them a little smaller now. And yeah, right. And they have something called batteries, and so so instead of just like being able to have a lantern with no kerosene, a little bit like that, no kerosene, so it doesn't burn your pocket. Yeah, right. Right. So but in fact, there are a lot of folks I work with at the nurse office. They don't believe what this can do.
Well, that can do all that in that little box.
And all that little box, send it to my friends, you know, send it to my family. And so what we'd like to do, though, is, okay, now, you're showing how people lived in 1870, right?
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yeah, we started the cattle drives in 1866.
Wow, okay. Now, how long did it take to get here back then? Or at that time?
Well, we'd start out here in Central Texas, and we'd go up here to Kansas, usually Wichita. We'd drive the cattle from Central Texas up here to. It'd take about, depending on the weather, about 10 weeks.
Wow. Okay.
12 weeks or so.
Okay.
Depending on the weather and what time of year. We start out in the spring.
So that's a lot of camping. It's a lot of.
Camping.
Yeah, right. Okay.
There weren't any fancy hotels.
Right.
When you're pushing 5,000 head of cattle.
You do what you got to do.
Every night. My job was to cook for all the cow hands. Yes, sir.
Okay. And that's charcoal or wood or whatever you have. And
this is a Dutch oven.
Okay.
You can cook anything in a Dutch oven.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now, what do you eat then? So is that the beans? Is it?
We eat a lot of beans. I cook a lot of bread. And of course we have coffee. All us cow hands, we loved our Arbuckle coffee. And it's pretty easy to make. You put your water in this coffee pot, put it on the fire, get it boiling. And you put your coffee beans here in this coffee grinder. Put them in there. Crank this little crank here. Open it up, and you got coffee.
Wow.
So then what you do is, after your water's boiling, you pour that in there and let it boil for a couple more minutes, and you got a good strong cup of coffee.
Yeah. That looks like that'll keep you awake a long time.
Oh yeah. Well, you got to wait to be in the saddle. Because you're going to be in the saddle for maybe 12 hours.
Wow. Okay. Now, do cattle ever get out of hand? Do you ever have to get them under control?
No. Cow hands, they're there to make a living. And they make $1 a day. To make $1 a day, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, of course at that time you could...
One of my jobs as cooking was to pay the cow hands. But then I have a whole lot of jobs. I was like the barber. They got sick. I got this elixir right here. Some traveling snake oil salesman. He said, I bought this bottle for a nickel. He says it'd cure anything from a sore toe to a bad hair day. So it seems to work. I give cow hands, they got a bellyache. It works.
Wow. Okay, great. Well, I don't want to take too much of your time, but how do we find more about you and the trail and what you do? Is there they call it a website?
Website. What's a website?
Yeah. Well, that's a little bit like cameras.
Right. Okay. Something I don't know.
Yeah. About. Right. Okay.
Well, my day starts like at 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
And so I get the fire going, and then I start preparing breakfast. First thing I do is get the coffee going. Just got to have coffee.
Right. Yeah.
Then I usually get the Dutch oven on the fire and get it fired up. And I'll make some biscuits. And for breakfast we'll have some biscuits. We might have some dried dried meat. and maybe some vegetables, dried vegetables, fruit, dried fruit. And so then once breakfast is over, then cow hens they'll get the herd get going, and then I'll move on, and I'll move on farther north. It's already been determined where we're going to camp that night, because the trail bosses, he's already gone ahead. So, and we don't stop for lunch. What the cow hens will do, they'll grab an extra biscuit, try a piece of it, grab it in their, stick it in their saddle bag or back pocket, and they'll just kind of eat the saddle.
Wow. Okay.
So then I'll get to the next campsite for that night. Build the fire, get the coffee going again, get the Dutch ovens fired up, and I'll start fixing supper again.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's